In the heart of the lush African savanna, nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling river, lay the village of Ankayase. This village was known for its fertile lands and hard-working people. At the helm of this community was Chief Kwaku, a man once respected for his wisdom and leadership. However, over time, Kwaku's heart grew heavy with greed. Chief Kwaku had long envied the wealth of the neighboring villages. One moonless night, as he stared out over his land, an idea crept into his mind. He decided to divert a significant portion of the village's resources into his own coffers. The first step in his plan was to manipulate the harvest records. Kwaku ordered his scribes to report lower yields than the actual bounties. The excess grain was secretly stored in hidden warehouses, later sold to distant markets for personal profit. Kwaku didn't stop at grain. He eyed the river, the lifeblood of Ankase. The villagers depended on it for water and fishing. Kwaku constructed a secret dam upstream, redirecting the water to his private farm. The villagers, puzzled by the sudden decrease in fish and water levels, began to suffer. But Kwaku reassured them it was due to an unexplained natural phenomenon. As months turned to years, the villagers' plight worsened. The once vibrant fields turned barren, and the river, once teeming with life, became a trickle. Whispers of discontent began to rise among the villagers. They noticed Kwaku's newfound opulence, his grand feasts, luxurious robes, and the expansion of his mansion. Still, no one dared to confront him, for Kwaku was not only their chief, but also the judge. One night, as the village gathered around a dim fire, a young woman named Abina arrived. Abina, known for her intelligence and tenacity, had come from a neighboring village where she had family. Determined to help, she devised a plan to uncover the truth. Disguising herself as a traveling merchant, she quickly gained the trust of the villagers by offering fair trade and sharing news from the outside world. Among the villagers was Kojo, a former soldier with a strong sense of justice. He had always been suspicious of Kwaku's newfound wealth. Abena and Kojo quickly became allies, sharing their suspicions and devising a plan. They decided to gather evidence of Kwaku's corruption. One evening, Abena overheard a conversation between two of Kwaku's guards, boasting about the secret warehouse and the hidden dam. Her suspicions confirmed, Abena set out to gather evidence. She followed the guards to the hidden warehouse and, under the cover of darkness, slipped inside. There, she found the stolen grain, meticulously hidden. She took a small but damning sample and quietly made her way out. Next, she investigated the river. Following it upstream, she discovered the secret dam. With the help of Kojo and a few brave villagers, they dismantled part of the structure, allowing the river to flow freely once more. The next day, the villagers were overjoyed to see the river returning to its former glory, but their joy was mixed with confusion and curiosity. Abena and Kojo gathered the villagers and presented their findings. The sample of stolen grain and the tale of the dam left no room for doubt. Anger and betrayal surged through the crowd. The villagers, united in their outrage, marched to Kwaku's mansion. Kwaku, seeing the determined faces of his people, tried to flee, but the villagers had anticipated this. They captured him and brought him to the village square, where a makeshift court was held. Evidence was presented, and witnesses testified. Kwaku, stripped of his power and exposed for his greed, had no defense. But just as the villagers were about to pass judgment, a new twist emerged. Ama, Kwaku's daughter, stepped forward. She revealed that she had been secretly recording her father's misdeeds, hoping to one day expose him. She produced letters and records detailing Kwaku's transactions and plans. This further solidified the case against him. The villagers decided that Kwaku should work to restore what he had taken. Under the watchful eyes of the community, he toiled in the fields and helped repair the damaged ecosystem. Leadership of Ankayase passed to a council of elders, ensuring no single person could ever hold too much power again. Meanwhile, Ama, guilt-ridden by her father's actions and the suffering they had caused, volunteered to assist Abena and Kojo in their efforts to rebuild the village. She used her knowledge of her father's dealings to help track down and recover more stolen resources. As the village slowly recovered, Abena discovered another shocking twist. The hidden dam had been part of a larger scheme involving a distant, powerful merchant named Kwame, who had been manipulating Kwaku for years. Kwame had promised Kwaku wealth and power in exchange for control over Ankaasi's resources. Realizing the threat Kwame posed, Abena, Kojo, and Ama decided to confront him. Their journey took them to the bustling city of Asokwa, where Kwame's influence was strong. With courage and determination, they gathered evidence of Kwame's illegal activities. They presented their findings to the city's council, who, moved by the plight of Ankayase, decided to take action against Kwame. Kwame, facing charges and the loss of his empire, tried to flee but was captured. The resources he had stolen were returned to Ankayase, and the villagers celebrated their newfound freedom and prosperity. The story of Chief Kwaku's downfall and the village's resurgence became a legend, a tale of justice, resilience, and the strength of community. Abena, Kojo, and Ama returned to Ankayase as heroes. The village, now thriving, honored them with a grand feast. Under the watchful eyes of the new council, Ankayase flourished, its people forever vigilant against greed and corruption. And so, the village of Ankayase remained a beacon of hope and resilience, a testament to the power of unity and the enduring spirit of its people.